What's up, Bomb Squad? This DC KOOLAID coming live with real talk. Hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Please hit that like button. We appreciate it if you hit that like button. That's all we gonna give you. Make sure you hit that like button. I can't find my original one. Where did it go, y'all? Where did it go? My real talk, real intro. It's this one. I'm gonna leave it like Come on, click on the link there. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button coming in here. It's okay. Come on, baby. She's coming, y'all. She's coming. Did you just start hitting the wobble wobble? She hit the wobble. My bad. Oh Lord, she is coming. She's taking her sweet time.
No, because we got an ad in the beginning.
You have to. I can't get the right ad, so you got to just click on the link.
It's coming. Oh, there you go. You put the link in there?
Yeah. You click it?
Yeah, I'm giving it, baby. Talk to the people. What's coming?
Yeah. Oh, look at you. Why you gotta look like that? What's up, Madeline?
Hey,
Let me take that off.
y'all. Hey, y'all. You got to, I don't know what they're saying, so.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna give you the other phone.
Okay. I'm gonna try to keep up with chat. And as you can see from the title, it is a serious one. Normally I try to be even when I'm talking, men and women. Try not to single anybody out. Try not to make anybody else feel particularly special because we both have issues in each community, male and female community. But today I am focusing on just the ladies. All the ladies.
All the ladies?
All the ladies. Trans ladies. 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 All the ladies. I'm focusing on the women, the ladies, today. Because the subject is simply serious. Serious subject. And what we should start addressing more often. The topic of today's Real Talk is why are we not protecting our women? And the reason I went with that topic is because we are focusing on so many atrocities that are committed against people. Racism, phobias, homophobia, transphobia, violence against people of color, violence against the indigenous. There is so much violence going on across the board. And we have focused on that in other Real Talks. But this Real Talk, I am focusing on, I don't want to say war against women, but why are we not protecting our women? I was on TikTok the other day. And I am so proud of how the young people of today are coming together and working together to talk about and get out all the things that we don't want to talk about. Racism, sexism, misogyny, the patriarchy, everything. So I was watching and came across, and it showed how this young lady had hired these gentlemen to move her. And she just, you know how we all do. I would love for us to be able, excuse me, I would love for us to be able to just be independently wealthy enough to where we can hire movers to come in and pack our stuff and pack the truck and take it out and put it where we want it. But in reality, when we're moving in and of itself is expensive. So what do? We look on Craigslist, we look on bulletin boards, we ask our friends. So she had asked somebody and found these movers who were within her budget, and they moved her stuff. Not long after that, she started receiving text messages from one of the gentlemen who had moved her into her new home. She never responded because she did not give him her phone number. He got her phone number from her boss, from his boss, I'm sorry. And he went on to have an entire conversation with himself because she never responded. She never once responded to any text message he had sent, starting from the initial text message to where he said, you know, basically, because it was in text jargon and it wasn't grammatically correct. And I had to read it, like I had to keep pausing and reading because I couldn't understand what it was saying because it wasn't well put together. Let me just say that. But from the first text message to where he introduced himself and let her know how much he liked the way she looked and that he liked her and wanted to get to know her, to the subsequent messages that he stated a few things. I guess he wanted her to know about himself. And then he started wondering why you're not responding. And then he started saying something about not responding. And then he went on to start to getting upset, even though he was having an entire conversation by himself. She never once responded. He got to the point to where at the end, he was saying, well, you do know I know where you live. Still not responding. So she posted this to let women know this is what can happen. Be careful. And the comments are what kind of ticked me off. The comments were not, oh, I'm so glad you're okay, or do you need help? That's not what the comments were. The comments, and even from other women, why didn't you just respond? Why didn't you say something to him? Why didn't you do this, this, and this? And understand that we, even women, are not helping to protect each other. So when I say we, I'm not singling out men. I am saying, why don't we, as a general collective, protect our women? They were more on her, and why didn't she respond? Than on, dang, that's messed up. He had an entire conversation with himself up into getting upset about the fact that she didn't respond, and to let her know, I do know where you live. Or the case where the young lady turned down the man and next thing you know, he followed her to her house and shot her and killed her on her stairwell. Or to the young lady who turned down somebody while she was sitting outside eating at a restaurant. And then after that, she was all kind of holes and this, and the third. And he went back to his car and started shooting. Women are afraid to tell a man no. Women are afraid to tell anybody no. Women are afraid to do that, not just because they're afraid of what he would do. They're afraid that they don't have any backup. And it's not just in these situations. It is an all-out assault on the fact that women have to be responsible not only for their actions, but for the actions of others. I'll take it so far as going into the school situation to where instead of policing the young men in there, to where instead of expecting for the young men to be able to control themselves, instead of expecting for the teachers to be able to control themselves, it is up to the young girls to not wear this shirt, to not wear these pants, to not wear this dress, because it can distract, because you're a distraction. Because the male species cannot control its hormones enough to be able to be in a room with a girl that is showing off her kneecaps or her forearms or her figure or lack thereof. It is on her. The burden is on the back of the woman to not only police herself, but to be responsible for the actions of others. You're scared to give your real number out. You're scared to give a fake one out. You're scared to say no, and you don't want to say yes. And when you look to your friends and the community and the people around you, you see that you have no backup, because even women are like, well, why don't you just humor him? Just talk to him. You might like him. No. Women are not here for your amusement. We're not property. We're not chattel. We are not here for your enjoyment or for your pleasure. We're here for the same reasons you're here, to live our lives, to love, laugh, have fun, and not be worried about the fact that because I don't want to date you, or because I'm already dating someone else, or because I'm already married to someone else, and I have to turn you down for whatever reason, I choose to turn you down. I have to be scared that you're going to stalk me or kill me. And this is nothing new. It's nothing new. I have walked through the bathroom gauntlet at the club and been so many, ooh, look at that booty, ooh, 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 and scared, not going to the bathroom because it is dudes on each side just standing there like a hallway, blocking the path, not blocking, but making sure that they're in a place where you have to come. Not being given space in the club to get by without having to rub up against you. And everything is our fault. A young girl was sent home from school twice in one day. She wore a pair of jeans that had just the slit in the knee. The only time you will see the fact that the knee has a hole in it or slit is when you sit down and bend your leg. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And a long sleeve white t-shirt. That's what the little girl had on. She was cute. It was appropriate. It didn't make her look like she was going to the club. She looked like she was going to school, and she had long sleeves because the classroom was cold, and pants on. The only thing was showing was her kneecap, and not all the time. So she was sent home because her kneecaps were a distraction. The young boys could get distracted by her kneecaps. So her father, who saw her, and you know how fathers are about sending their baby girls out, Fathers will cover you up in bubble wrap and send you to school. He was quite happy with the outfit. He liked it. So he was kind of upset when he had to come and get his baby so she could change it up. So he brought her another outfit that was within the school mandate. But that outfit was also inappropriate because in their estimation, the shorts were too short. Now, in most schools, if your shorts have to be longer than when you put your hands to your side and your fingertips pointing down. So your shorts have to be longer than that. Or some have, they can be no more than an inch above the knee. So their particular mandate was that the shorts could be no shorter than your fingertips at your sides. And her shorts were not that. But again, she was too distracting. Now, this child was not big. She didn't have a thick, voluptuous frame. She didn't have big boobs and a big booty and a little waist. She didn't have an hourglass. She had a normal 14-year-old little girl body. But it was on her to not distract the young men because clearly they can't control themselves around kneecaps. When a woman is sexually assaulted, the very first thing that they say is, what were you doing out here? Where were you? What did you have on? Did you see them in the club or in the grocery store or on the street? Did you engage them in any way? Did you maybe give them the idea that this was okay? Instead of, I know you're having a hard time, baby. Let's get you situated and then I'll take your statement. What were you doing? What were you wearing? What did you do to cause this? And that's not new either. As it is baffling that in this day and age, it shouldn't be, because nothing has changed. Not racism, not anything has changed. As a matter of fact, in the past couple of years, it's gotten worse. And you would think it would get better. And these are not things that are obscure. These are not things that might have one or two meanings. These are not, well, maybe they shouldn't, or maybe they should. These are not those kind of situations. These are absolutes. You should absolutely not rape or assault anyone. That's an absolute. You should absolutely not do it. There is never a cause. There is never a just cause for sexual assault, for any assault. Now, that being said, some people do ask to get punched in their face, but if you don't want to go to jail, you should probably not do it. Now, however, I was reading to get you to understand the level of how we don't protect our women. When they were talking about the abortion bill and how it wasn't needed and how it should be abolished and how abortion should be illegal and how women should not be allowed to have them at all in any circumstance, including rape and incest. One of the senators from, I forget what red state, said, in cases of some rape, women, they know how to make the best of it. So if a baby comes, that's not so bad. Okay. This is what they're saying in 2020, 2021. Are you listening to what I'm saying? If you think Roe versus Wade is just about some woman that wants to have 1,000 abortions, then you have no idea what it's about. If you think that the access to legal hospital abortions should not be available, then you don't understand. Imagine you have been sexually assaulted. You have been raped, because sexual assault could be anything from somebody brushing up against your butt, squeezing your boob, things like that. You have been raped, and you are now pregnant with your rapist child. You have to hope. Now here is the perfect world scenario that people are using as a reason to why abortion should not be available to rape victims and incest victims. You have to hope that in this perfect world that the rape victim will somehow, on top of dealing with the PTSD that comes from being raped, rise above all that and unconditionally love this child that she had no say so in making. And in some cases, it does happen. But more often than not, these children go unwanted. These children go unloved. And these children grow up knowing that their father was a rapist. And it is, and it always should be, a woman's choice as to how she deals with that situation. If you do not think that these little things are specifically assaults against women, legal assaults against women, then you're not listening. Women go every day to a police. Right now, as we are speaking, there's a woman who has been raped and abused on a regular basis, who is finally growing up the courage and had enough that she is walking into a police station right now so that the police officer can tell her there's nothing that we can do because he hasn't hurt you yet. Or you didn't file when he punched you 3 months ago, or there's no evidence that he did anything to you. Something has to happen before we can do something. Go downtown and try to get a restraining order. You know how many women are dead right now after visiting the police station because there was nothing they could do? Do you know how many women got life sentences for killing their abuser when their abuser got 3 minutes for breaking her jaw or putting her in the ICU? Do you know how many women right now are looking at the children who are products of these situations because they had no alternative? And these children are growing up to repeat the cycle, to either be the victim or the victimizer. While I fear for my son when he goes out. He just went out looking good, looking good. A baby just left up out of here looking like he's getting ready to go get on the cover of a magazine like that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't, and I told him, and we told him, if you feel uncomfortable, call us. If something ain't going the way, call us. If don't drink with somebody get, we told him everything we would tell a woman. However, I did not have the same rock in my gut and beating of my chest that I would had it been my daughter. And that's sad. We have to tell our babies to not only be themselves, be true to yourself, but make sure that you're not too sexual, that you be nice, smile. Make sure you don't make any waves. Don't upset him. Don't upset her, depending upon the situation. Because like I said, abuse and victimization has no gender. But normally, it is the women. Trans women die at an inordinate rate, and nobody is paying attention to that fact. Nobody is shining a light on that fact every day. 6 here, and I mean it's serial killerish the way that they do it. It's 6 here, 7 there, and all of them are trans women. And these are not. We like to say these are street people, and these are not. These are just trans women here, trans women there. And while some of them may be, most of them are not. They're just people going about their day, and they are dying, and nobody's saying anything. They're being attacked, and nobody's saying anything. And when they say something, they're being overlooked and ignored because, well, you a dude, you should have fought them all. No, that's a woman. Now, she might have started off one way. Right now, it's a woman. And for everybody who says, nah, it's just a man in a dress, guess what? When you change the color of your hair, change the color of your eyes, go get your surgery to change your lips, and you're darker than you used to be. And your hair is longer than it used to be. And your titties are bigger than they used to be. And you go get your coochie tightened up than it used to be. And guess what? You changing yourself too. You didn't used to look like that. So whatever you used to be and what you are now may be 2 different things. But either way, if you're presenting as a woman, I don't give a damn what you got in your pants, and you're being treated as a woman, then you're also being abused as a woman. Ain't nobody running up on them because they're gay. They're running up on them because they're a woman. They're running up on them because they're a trans woman. Now, while I think that before you become sexual in a partnership with someone, you should let them know that you are trans. But that's my personal opinion. Everybody got to live that. Everybody got to row that boat. Everybody got to float that ship. But it's a lot of shit we don't tell people on the first couple of dates either. That has absolutely positively nothing to do with the fact that we're trans. When the last time you went on a date with somebody and didn't tell them you got 4 kids? All right. Hold on, y'all.
I accidentally hit Janice by accident.
Hey, I don't know what picture. I don't know what Lizzo.
Remember when they was talking about Lizzo, when she was, remember that Lizzo thing?
When she had an ass up?
No, because her size and the song. How everybody was talking about her.
Did you undo that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I knew I shouldn't give you that phone.
Huh? No, I'm about to go. I mean, I don't know what we're talking about as far as Lizzo's concerned. Because they attack her because she's fat, but at the end of the day, even if she was a thin one, or even if she wasn't what somebody would consider fat, they would still attack her. They attack Megan Thee Stallion. They attack Beyonce. They attack. Doesn't matter if you're gorgeous. It doesn't matter if you're wealthy. Here's the thing. Hear what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Lizzo is living her best life, doing her thing. She came up through the ranks. She stood. She waited for her turn. And now she is taking her turn. And at every turn, somebody got something to say about it. At every turn, somebody got something to say. Every turn. They got something to say about her being unhealthy or her being that's not appropriate. She shouldn't wear that. She shouldn't do this. When women started singing, when we got in the area of female rappers and MCs starting to be more sexual with their songs, first thing we want to talk about, call them hoes and this and third, while we were sitting up there singing, Uncle Luke is too short. Come on now. While we know every word to tell Luke. Too loud, who didn't say words half time. We knew every grunt, Every grind, every word, yin yang twins, everything. Sing it, bounce to it. But as soon as a woman does the exact same thing, then we start out, and then all of a sudden she's a hoe. She shouldn't say that. That's inappropriate for a woman to say. However, it is fine for you to objectify them while you're singing your songs. It's fine for you to run up on them and hunch them like you're doing nasty. But when a woman wants to take control of that particular situation and her sexuality, you got issues. See, that's what I'm saying. You got issues. I don't know what our issues are with women. And it's blowing. When everybody naked that night, it was a party. Let me tell you something. Yeah, because I didn't see that picture. I didn't see that picture. I know. Let me tell you some good stuff. I hadn't seen the picture of Lizzo because I don't live that life. And they're young and they're doing stuff. Hear me when I tell you. Let me see. If she is comfortable enough to be outside in public like that, and she got her nipples covered up, but y'all ain't got, here's my jam. Again, I say, y'all ain't got no problem with these little narrow-chested, bird-chested little ass boys to be out there walking around on red carpets and at events with no shirts on and half of their behind out. She ain't got no problem with that. But she has on that dress. And she's out living her best life. And if she's comfortable enough to have her business out like that, y'all got an issue with that. If she was smaller, y'all would have an issue with that. Whenever a woman does something that somebody feels is inappropriate for a woman to do, they have issues with it. But especially when you're in the public eye like these people are, you got to have a thick skin. You got to have a thick skin on YouTube. I know you got to have a thick skin out there on in the world. But again, what that woman wants to wear, she should not have to worry about policing what you do because of what she wears. That's what I'm saying. This all boils down to she should be able to wear that, a paper bag, a barrel and some suspenders, a turtleneck, and a grandmama skirt. She should be able to walk out however she wants to and not have to worry about policing whether or not this person, because she's a woman and because she doesn't have backup and because society has told men that it is okay for you to say what you want, do what you want, and we're going to back you up. See, that's the problem. She shouldn't have to worry about going out like that if that's how she wants to go. From what I understand, everybody was half dressed at that party. But guess what? That's them. If I was how old these babies was and had money and was in the, I would be naked too. Hell, if I was their age and had the money I got now, and had the body I had when I was that age, I'd be naked too. But I would also know that I would have to police my surroundings. I would also know that the only reason that I wouldn't go outside like that, here's why. She has security. She has bodyguards. She has people that can watch her back for her, that she has to pay to watch her back for her, and maybe one or two real friends that got that eyeball out, making sure ain't nobody doing nothing inappropriate. But see, me or us, if we wanted to do that, we would have to worry about, if I wear this dress, will I be safe? If my boobs, when I used to go out, I had a rule. It was just my rule, and it was my rule. It's a personal rule. Everybody don't have it. Everybody's rules is different. When I went out, when I was going out all the time, and I was getting dressed to go out, if I was going to have a shirt,
Damn, I wasn't there.
You sure would, because you'd have been all up in these poopies, baby. If I was going to have the girls out, because I had some shirts where the girls was up in my chin, baby. Girls was out there saying, hey. If I had the girls out, the booty was under control. I had on pants or some jeans or something. I even had a pair of overalls. I had a pair of denim overalls that I would wear, but I always had a little bitty shirt up under them because my butt was covered. They were big. If it was booty day at the club, I didn't have the girls out so bad. I would have on a bigger top, and then I would have like sheer pants or some tight ass pants on. I never had both of them out at the same time. Very rarely was I butt naked back in the day. But even then, I would have to realize that because I got my titties out or my butt out, that I have to pay more attention to the fact because somebody may see that as an invitation. What I wear and how I act is not an invitation. Me being a woman is not an invitation. Understand, you are not invited. Hey, darling. You are not invited to this party just because I'm out. It's not an invitation for you to put your hands on me. It's not an invitation for you to rub your penis across my butt. It's not an invitation for you to accidentally rub against my boobs. That's not an invitation. Now understand, back in the day, we would let shit go a little bit. I worked in restaurants, and in restaurants, it's very sexual. We talk a lot of stuff. We do. And as I got older, I realized I didn't want to hear all that. And what I didn't want to hear, I walked away from. And if I couldn't walk away from it, I would let them know I don't want to hear it. But hey. Oh, the booty butter. But times have changed. And this, you can't be too skinny. You're a crackhead. You can't be too fat. You're nasty. You can't wear this. Oh, you think you too good. You can't wear that. Oh, you a hoe. You can't tell somebody, no, thank you. I'm dating someone. No, thank you. I don't want to talk. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can't tell them that. You can't cut them out. No, I don't want to talk to you. Go on there. You can't do anything. As a woman, you can't do anything. Now, y'all are saying, hey, don't the same thing happen to men? Not on the same level. Not on the same scale. Yes, we look at y'all, men. We look. If you look good, we look. If you're ugly, we look. When the last time, now I have seen some instances when women have groped and assaulted a man, and that's unacceptable. And the same punishment. I have no problem. Here's the thing. I'm equal opportunity. If you put your hand somewhere somebody don't want them, you should get that ass guy. He should have popped them out. However, it happens more to us than to them. I am not negating the fact that men get the same things that we get, but not on the same scale. Men can walk around, young men can walk around school in shorts and a tank top and nobody says anything. Young men can be practicing outside football or doing the weightlifting or the basketball, walk around with no shirts on at all. Nobody says anything. Little girl walks around with a slit in her knee and she gets sent home because she's distracted to the men. You understand what I'm saying? Men think it's okay if they don't mean anything by it. It was tight in the club. I had to squeeze by you to get back. I was in the club one night. Ooh, my bloody years ago. Ooh, I'm old. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Story time.
I had to get back to the being old. I was 24-ish, 25-ish. About 30 years ago. Almost 30 years ago. So I was in the club and it was packed from the front door to the back door. Baby, it was packed and it packed. So to get around, it had a circular bar. So to get around, yes. On this occasion, I could understand how I would have to brush up against a penis, or a hand would have to brush up, or a back would have to brush up against my boob. I'll understand why might have to put my booty in somebody's face if you're sitting down, because that's how tight the club was. But it was just one guy, and I guess we were stopped for some reason. And he was just back there having a good time. And I turned around, and he realized he had got caught. He wasn't grinding on me. He wasn't doing anything, but he was sitting still. But if y'all know what I'm talking about. So I turned around and I looked at him. He was taller than me, because y'all know I'm short. So I turned around, looked up, and I said, "What's your name?" And he just busted out laughing. He said, "What?" I said, "I'm gonna need to know who to put on the birth certificate if you don't get your dick off my." And he busted out laughing. He told me his name. We laughed. But from then on, he noticed that I noticed, and we didn't have that problem no more. And that's just a situation that ended up with a laugh and a good night at the club. But how many women where that situation could have went different? Where he could have got mad because I said something, to where he could have gotten physical because I said something, to where he could have grabbed me because we were in a situation where I couldn't move forward and I couldn't move backward and I couldn't move side to side. We were stuck in a very tight space. What if he'd have grabbed me? Do you understand what I'm saying? And these things happen. I'm from the Freaknik era, for anybody that don't understand. I am from the Freaknik era. I am from the original Atlanta Freaknik. I am from where we take stuff over. However, I'm also from where, if you are a woman at a situation like that, you are scared to walk through a crowd of men because they take advantage of that situation. And the reality is, that's why I stopped going. But instead of them stopping it, or instead of them letting people know it is not okay for you to do what you're doing, they let women know that we were being too sensitive. We were taking it too far. That's not what they meant. So when you was grabbing this girl's boob under her shirt, even though she said no, that's not what she meant. So when you was just grabbing somebody's ass as they walk by, that's not what you meant. So when you pull this girl's shirt off in public, that's not what you meant. Why are we not policing everybody? Women should not have to police us and them. I should be, if you had a body or the confidence to go out in an outfit like Lizzo, you should be able to go out. If you are going to the club, you should be able to go to the club without having to worry about who's going to walk you to your car. You shouldn't have to make arrangements if you work late for somebody to walk you to your car. Hey, Rico. Okay. Hey, Rico. What, I mean, in the situation, Asia, what is the responsibility? You should be able to wear what you want without somebody putting their hands on you. I'm not talking about catcalling. I'm not talking about some dude whistling because you fine. I'm not talking about some dude saying, you go ahead, or I see you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody invading your physical space and putting their hands on you. I'm somebody who says, what up, shorty? Can I holler at you? No, I'm good. There's no, you take responsibility for yourself. She shouldn't have to take responsibility ever for anybody else. You take responsibility for you and what you do. You should never have to take responsibility for what somebody else does. That is not your job. That's not even your job with your kids. When your kids become young adults and adults, what they do is what they do. That's not your responsibility. You taught them, you showed them. But if they chose to go another route and do something that you didn't like or do something that was wrong, that's not your responsibility. It's not, I'm not mad, Asia.
She don't get mad.
But the reality is that whether what you just said is the way people think, which is why I said, why aren't we protecting our women? Not why aren't they protecting us? I said, why aren't we protecting us? It is no one's. I am responsible for myself. I'm not even responsible for what my wife does. Do you understand what I'm saying? If my wife walks out of here right now and kills everybody but me, I am not responsible for that. I am happy that she wasn't bad with me.
I ain't gonna kill nobody.
But I am not responsible for what she does. I'm not responsible for that. I'm not responsible for if my wife goes out and puts her hands on somebody. I'm not responsible for that. She is responsible for that. Responsibility is personal. As a man born from a woman who got a mama, I shouldn't have to be responsible for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that it's okay for me to wear this dress. I shouldn't have to tell you that it's okay for me to go to my car by myself. Do you understand that every year we have to have people tell us, men will tell us what to do to not be assaulted by men? I watched it the other day on TikTok. A young man was saying, and he said, I'm directing this to the lady. When you go out, before you get in your car, do it once around your car. Make sure ain't nobody got no bottles behind your tires so your tires will get busted. Make sure ain't nobody down there. Look in your back seat. If you can't look in your back seat, get in your car and drive to the first lit place and get out. A gas station or something. Ain't nobody telling no man to do that.
All right. Valley said, Lisa, would you let this go?
What that?
Walk in the liquor store, old drunk man tried to grab my booty while I was in line, little booty, but he had a handful of cootie. What do you do then?
Wait, what?
That's what she said. I can't hear myself.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, you must have went up.
Yeah, I went up.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said.
Oh, look up. Oh, I was here. Black pants t-shirt. Look there. Still here. Oh, okay. What was your response? What was her response?
She said, what would you do then? At the 7:26 mark.
7:20. Yes. I'm cussing granddaddy out. Everybody in that line about to know what he did. Y'all know I have no problem with cuss words.
Oh, Lord.
And I have no problem with cussing out strangers. Don't put your hands on me. Let me tell you something. I have had this big booty since the 7th grade. I have had these big boobs since the 7th grade. They have only gotten bigger as time has went on. And as I have grown, they have grown. But at one point, it was booty, it was boob, booty.
Booty. All right. Asia said, did you read this one, Playing Devil's Advocate?
Yeah, I read that one. But she said
All
she got it.
Did you read the one Lisa looked up? A little had it was a pair of black pants and a t-shirt, and luckily I still had
any response you gave him was not wrong. If you punched him in his face, you was not wrong. If you cussed him out, you was not wrong. If you took whatever ball he had in his hand and busted him across his eyeballs, you was not wrong. Whatever your response is, because unless you put your stuff in his hand, unless you reached up, lifted it up and put him in his hand for him to have, it wasn't for him. Hear me. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all some good stuff. I have no issue with promiscuity, if that's what you want to do. If you want to have sex with a different person every day, do it. That's your body. That's your situation. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I am not here to judge. That is on you, and you grown.
If you want to get on the panel and talk versus text typing, feel free to click on the button. If you don't want to show your face, all you gotta do is hit your it'll tell you can turn your camera off, and you can just talk through the StreamYard. All right, Agent said, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Miss Tell the Truth said, I know me, I would have knocked the mess out of him. I had plenty of booty and boobs. I know
he would have been
right.
sober. He would have been sober fucking around with me. He wouldn't have been drunk no more. I'd have knocked the drunk out of him. Well, especially when I was young. When I was young, I ain't had no problem. I thought I could whoop everybody's ass, and I thought if I'm gonna start it with a dude, I'm gonna end it with a dude. We gonna have to go. My light skin ass, look, I'm gonna have to get these bruises and carry my ass to the hospital. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought I was Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris and who else? I don't know why I thought I was all that rolled up, because my mouth was a assassin. That didn't care what come out of it.
Oh Lord. I ain't know about
and nothing.
Asia said, okay, let me try it this way. I'm not talking clothes. Forget that in general. When does the woman in general share any responsibility, if any, or anything?
It is
or
never,
maybe it's never her fault. I don't know. To me, let me say, to me, it depends. It depends. It could be her fault.
When?
If she flaunting her shit when?
When? Say it again. Don't finish that thought, because it's gonna make me mad. Don't finish that thought.
It can be her fault if she inducing or enticing it.
No, that's not true. Because why?
If I'm minding my business,
your estimation, what you just said.
If I'm minding my business and she keep coming towards me doing stuff or intimidate me, putting her ass in front of me.
It's still what tell her to move if you don't want it.
If I tell her to move, why is she doing it, period?
That's the same thing I was telling you. You're not responsible for her actions. You're responsible for yours. You're never, and I'm not talking about male or female, woman or man, gay or straight. You're never responsible for anybody else's actions. If somebody is flaunting and doing their shit on you and you don't want them to, and you done told them to move them. But don't assault them. Don't add insult on injury. If they're assaulting you, what you gonna assault them back? If she rubbing her stuff on you and you don't want it, get it up out for you.
Valley said, my response was I bust his head with the wine bottle in my hand.
Damn.
All the men in the store helped me up and escorted him out the liquor store. Don't know what they did with him. Oh Lord.
Well, guess what? Let me tell you what the men. After that, I bet you they respect you. I bet that nobody else grab your shit.
What's up, priest?
I bet that nobody else grab your booty to the booty.
Yeah,
but I understand what you're saying, baby. I understand what you're saying. But okay, in that scenario, have you ever had a woman?
The real sister. Why don't you come up here then, Kel? Say what you gotta say.
Have you ever had a woman do that to you? And how did you respond?
Well, I ain't never really had that really happen, but I had it like when you go to the clubs back in the day, and I don't know why they do it, but I don't know if they drunk or what. 9 times out of 10, I push them off of me because I don't play that. Or like I might have had a girlfriend at the time and I go hang out and I don't believe in cheating. So I like to party and dance. But as far as that, it's not going no further. But you got some that actually like want to keep on, pressing up against you and shit. And I be like, look, I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? But you got some, you do that to a guy. Some guys, if you doing that to them, especially a man, they're going to take advantage of that.
But when she says no, even if she gets the attention she wants, once she says no,
causing it.
But once she says no, do you keep going?
Oh, no, but that's me. I won't. But
no. And after she says no, if you grinding on somebody in the club, maybe to get them to take you home. You're not grinding on somebody in the club to get them to put their hands in your pants and grab. And you might be. However, once she says no, it's no longer her responsibility. She has told you, now I done gave you all this ass up until now, but you're going a little bit too far in this club or in this or in this hallway or in this alley or behind this building. You're going a little too far. Stop. And you keep going. Whose responsibility is it then?
It's the person that who if you keep going, it's not a problem. If you keep going, but if she's still,
I'm not talking about two people reciprocating. I'm not talking about somebody humping on you and you want her to hump on you. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about somebody hunching on you and you don't want them to.
Mhm.
And instead of you pushing them off and getting mad, you then sexually assault them.
No, not me, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you. I'm not saying you.
I mean,
I'm saying you as a general term.
You have some guys will do that though, because see, you gotta realize, not all guys. I'm not gonna say all, because all guys ain't the same. But then you got some of them.
Kelly said, "Nope is nope."
Yeah, you got some guys. You started it, so they're gonna finish it.
But once you say no, once you say stop, regardless, let me tell you something.
But hold
If
on,
you're having sex with somebody, if you're having consensual sex with somebody, if you're having consensual sex with somebody in your house or their house, and for whatever reason that person says stop, no, I don't want it to go. We're not going any further. Stop, 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 stop. Anything after stop, no,
What's up, Stacy?
is on you. And that's the same token. I'm not saying that that one girl hunching on one other person and then that person responds the way she wanted to and then it goes that way. That's not what I'm talking about. That's reciprocation. That's two consenting adults doing nasty stuff in public.
Right.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about once a person expresses that they have a limit and you have reached it and they let you know. They tell you no, 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 stop, no, 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 and you still going on. Or this person is doing something unwanted to you. Not all men want women to hunch up on them. Not all men want that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. All men ain't the same, so I'm not saying men and
So instead of the man who didn't want the girl hunching on him or being aggressive or being sexual toward him, instead of him treating her like somebody who was being rude or nasty to him, he then says double down and follows through. Well, I told you no and you kept going, so let me rape you.
Well, think about it. You in a club, you having fun, enjoying yourself. And then you have some women throw themselves on guys.
But is that an invitation to do something after somebody says no? In any point, and I'm not saying guys, I'm talking about women and men, is after somebody tells you no, stop, and you keep going.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do we realize and we start no means no? I don't care what went on before no. I don't care how many clothes you got on. I don't care how many clothes you don't have on. But once somebody tells you to stop,
right.
Once somebody tells you no, stop. At what point do we realize no and stop really mean no and stop? Because what people say is, instead of it meaning no and stop, your mouth said no, but your eyes said yes. So I was just saying, doing what your eyes said.
Yeah, but see, you got to realize.
Your mouth said no, but your clothes said yes.
Yeah, but you got to realize some people, like I said, you got some women throw themselves on dudes. And then when the dude go too far, I believe they brought that on themselves while you threw stuff on them. You shouldn't have thrown yourself out.
And guess what,
there.
baby?
I mean, you go out there. My thing is, you can wear whatever you want to wear.
My question is, at what point? Okay, at what point would you? At what point? Because I don't like your opinion. But
no, because listen, you gotta listen. Listen, Linda.
You're never gonna change my opinion.
No, but you gotta realize you have women who throw themselves on guys or people like myself, and then they done threw themselves so far on a person, not realizing you don't know this person from Adam. You know this guy was a rapist or a pedophile. You don't know nothing, and you throwing yourself on him. You don't know what to expect in the end. It might not end well because you went out there doing what you're doing. So yeah, no means no. But if you throwing yourself out there, you gotta be prepared for what might happen.
Here's what I'm telling you. And here's what I'm saying. So in that scenario, you could do it. So at what point would you, if somebody was doing that to you, instead of you getting mad and wanting to fight them, you rape them? At what point is that something you would do?
I mean, that wouldn't be me, but I'm just saying.
Okay, so that would be, you don't say but. I
No,
keep
that's
telling y'all
not me,
anything
but
after but.
other people don't think like me, so.
But there are millions of men out there that would never take that scenario past cussing that girl out. Get your off me. I got a girlfriend. I ain't got time for this. I don't feel like hearing her mouth. Whatever reason you got to stop this girl, there are millions of men who would never take it to, oh, okay, since she throwing at me, I'm gonna catch it. And when she say no, I'm gonna keep going.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when somebody, even if they throwing it, just because somebody throws something at you, you ain't got to catch it.
Asia said, okay, so is there any scenario where the woman is just responsible as the
She's
man?
responsible if she's assaulting the man.
No,
She's responsible.
but these 2021 women are different. I know women worse than men.
And she's responsible for her actions. If a woman is still rubbing on a man after he says no, if a woman is still doing inappropriate stuff to a man after he says no, she is guilty of assault. She is guilty of sexual assault. She is sexually assaulting that man. Now, she may not be physically hurting him, but she is sexually assaulting that man. He has told her no on numerous occasions. Same thing with a woman pushing up on a woman, and that woman told her, no, girl, get your shit up off me, leave me alone, and she's still doing it. She is sexually assaulting somebody. I'm not talking about people who, that's a different thing, y'all. Y'all understand what I'm saying? How many women in the chat, everybody, even the ones that are talking to me, how many women in the chat like to dress provocatively, like to go out there and do their thing, but gonna keep pushing up on a man or a woman after he or she says no? Anything after you say no. If the girl in this scenario is still pushing up on you after you done told her you got a wife and that you ain't got time for that, or you told her I just don't want you. Anything she did after that, no, she is sexually assaulting you. Pop that hoe in her damn face and call the police.
Lisa and DC, they are being disrespectful, and I would verbally ask them to stop after there goes another bottle of the liquor, a bottle of liquor being wasted. Just me. Asia said, and don't forget, y'all, we didn't have social media back in the day. Facebook and IG makes it way worse. Way worse. Social media plays a big part. Trust me, these women nowadays, shaking my head. Which is true because back then we didn't really have social media. So
yeah, cameras went.
You got people that like to catfish people on social media and stuff. So they put themselves out there, So yeah, and then you can actually find people on social media. So it's just
I'm not talking about somebody
on social media.
When I'm speaking in these scenarios, I'm not talking about somebody who is doing something wrong. A woman who is using her sexuality and being sexual to anybody, and she is doing that after they said no, she is sexually assaulting them. A man who is doing something after a woman or a man says no, you are sexually assaulting them. That's what I'm saying. The responsibility is 100% on your shoulders. If a woman is doing something, just because a woman is doing something nasty, don't mean she's not committing a crime. Two scenarios, but you switch out the genders, it's still a crime. I'm not talking about a woman committing a crime. I'm talking about a woman who's wearing what she wants to wear to the club. And because she has on what she wants to wear to the club, she is open season for anybody who wants to touch her, who wants to say inappropriate things to her, or who wants to fill her up and who wants to have sex with her. That's what I'm talking about. In the same way with a man. Men go out here looking scrumptious. And anybody, male or female, that goes past your no is committing a crime. That's what I'm talking about. When I'm saying responsibility, I'm not talking about scenarios where if a woman is being promiscuous and you had a right to rape her because she grinding on you. You don't. You never had a right to rape anybody. You never had a right to take sex from anybody, male or female. You never have a right to take advantage of a situation sexually on anybody, male or female. You never have that right.
Priest, I saw a clip on a guy that was flashing Dunkin' Donuts workers in his car at the drive-through window. The guy was naked. The workers threw hot coffee on his naked ass.
Good for his ass.
Crazy.
Bill Cosby will die before any. Let me tell you something. Most of that last charge on Bill Cosby, there's a statute of limitations. I don't know how they got past it. Again, I'm not saying Bill Cosby was not a nasty ass. I'm not saying that. Probably was. It's a whole bunch of them out. It's a whole bunch of people that we look at on this TV probably do some disgusting shit in private. But it's a whole lot of people in this world that do disgusting shit in private. And just because they're a celebrity or they got money does not change them from being nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Being famous does not negate your nastiness. If you all of a sudden famous, then you're no longer a nasty ass. That's not true. If anything, you now have more access to the stuff that make you nasty in the first place. My thing is, yep. Again, this is what I'm saying. I think we got wrapped up in women should take responsibility. Everybody, I'm not saying, I don't know what we heard in this that I'm saying that women are not responsible for their actions. What I'm saying is a woman or a man is not responsible for another person's actions. I'm not saying you're not responsible for your actions. I'm saying that if you want to wear a bikini top and a mini skirt, you should be able to without having to worry about being snatched in the alley and raped. I'm saying that as a man, if you want to walk around in your white beater and your gray jogging pants they be talking about on TV because to make your wing hang out long, you should be able to have your thing swinging in the breeze and nobody say nothing to you. Glasses. Easy just told me something. This is what I'm talking about. When I say not protecting, riders watched as a woman was raped. And I don't know what train that was, but a SEPTA train, but no one called 911. We will watch. We will watch. At Freaknik, they watched as these women were groped and fondled and stripped of their clothing. And no one did anything. We will watch a man walk a drunk woman out of the bar and not say anything. We will watch a man aggressively attach himself to a woman, even though she's uncomfortable, even though she looks like a deer in the headlights. We will watch this and not say anything. We won't acknowledge that this is happening. We won't scream, hey, leave her alone. Stop. Don't do that. Get your hands off her. If we see our homegirl pushing up on a dude and keep doing stuff even after he done told her no, you won't go get her until her get somewhere and sit down. We don't say anything when we see a group of men buying one or two women drink after drink after drink after drink, and they sucking on a bottle of water. We won't say anything when we see those women walk out of the club with those men. When the last time you've been in the club and asked somebody who was visibly intoxicated, who was visibly incapacitated, are you okay? Let me get you home. Now, as a bartender, I would do that, but that was not just a part of my job. It just, are you okay?
Here we go.
I had a girl come to me. She was sitting in my bar. She was drinking. She was talking about how she was just talking about her day and everything. And she didn't have a lot to drink, but she went from she had like 2 drinks before her who she was waiting on got there. But she went from having a couple of drinks to falling out of the chair drunk. And the guy kept ordering. And she just kept going to where she couldn't even hold her head up. What? 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 What I'm looking at, man?
Can you see the set what I put up there?
Yeah, I can't read it. Ain't that what you showed me?
Yeah. It was saying a 35-year-old man in Pennsylvania is facing rape assault charges after a woman was sexually assaulted on the board of the public transit train Wednesday night. Riders witnessed the attack but did not intervene, authorities said on Friday. This is crazy.
That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying not protected. But back to my story. So
Right
she
here.
could not even hold her head up. She couldn't hold her head up. And he was still drinking and he was still ordering drinks. And I was like, nah, she shouldn't have no more. He was going to leave her there. He did leave her there. We had to get her a cab. I got her a cab. I paid attention. He didn't even pay for the bill. Nothing. But had I not been paying attention, he could have easily walked her up out of there. Had I not said nothing. How many times have you seen some girl stumble out being held up by somebody that wasn't the homegirl she came in there with? How many times have you noticed somebody buying a girl drink after drink after drink after drink and them not drinking with her? How many times have you been standing at the club talking with your friends and noticed how this dude followed this girl to her car, even though they weren't together, and did nothing? And I'm not talking about putting yourself in danger. Please never risk your life. What I am saying is that if you have a daughter, if you have a sister, if you have a woman that you love, please, I hope that at some point you would do for another woman how you would want someone to do for yours. At the end of the day, that's the compass I run with. I can't physically hurt anybody much anymore, not with like fisticuffs. Now I can shoot. I have no problem hurting you. I'm not a fighter no more. Let's just say that. However, I will get behind the wheel of a car and drive into your house after. I will empty a clip and put another one in. I will stab you until I made a hole big enough to put my hand in. So I'm not above violence. However, sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's just about saying, hey, don't do that. to let somebody know that I see you. It's as simple as that. Do you know why people do most of the stuff they do? Because they think nobody's noticing and they can get away with it. A lot of stuff can be stopped by letting them know, I see you. I know. That's true. Maybe that's the thing my daddy would wear these little shorts he bought in Disney. Everything hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Buddha, but domestic violence. Yeah, the bystander effect. Domestic violence is another part of the not taken care of. And here, Asia, I will give you your responsibility that you was asking about, the responsibility we as women or people that have been abused must take. So I was watching a show the other night, and there's thousands of them out there. So I'm not going to say specifically which one it was, but it was a woman who started dating a man who quickly found out the man was violent, but stayed, didn't let anybody know what was going on, was hurt, went back, got more hurt, at some point in this scenario, it was on her. I have been in a situation where you're emotionally beat down, where somebody has you thinking that they are everything that you have, that nobody else will want you, and you have nowhere to go. I have been there. I have not physically. Yeah, Buddha, yeah. Stay said I want some chips.
I know, right?
I'm sorry. I ain't really ate nothing today, y'all. So, and these chips are not my fault. Plain BC. So, she did tell her family. She did tell anybody. Her friend hooked her up with this dude who used to be her butt. But you hook your friend up with her who got a kid? She did right in the beginning. He hurt her. She put him in jail. But that's where she messed up at? She started writing her in jail, saying, I see you. You in jail. I don't give a shit. Tell somebody. She don't go to the police. She don't tell her family. She don't tell her friends that he is calling me, that he is stalking me, that he is sending me letters, that he tell me he know where he lives. She tells no one. I had to suffer in silence. You did not. So when he gets out, the first place he comes is to her house. And she let him in. To where he almost kills her. Where he almost kills her. And then when she get out the hospital, he says, I just want to talk. I just want to talk to you. Now the police are looking for him for what he did to her before. So instead of telling the police, I know where he at, come get him, this is the address he want me to meet him at, she goes, because if I just talk to him, no, baby, he has put you in the hospital. You don't tell anybody. My first call would have been to the police. My second call would have been to where my baby staying, because I'm in the hospital. Make sure y'all know old boy is here. Make sure you keep an eye out. You're not doing anything. Come on, I understand being beat down. I understand being mentally abused. But I don't understand how you're not making it so I can't for the life of me. Here's where the responsibility comes in. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in an abusive situation of any kind, tell somebody something. He said he gonna kill my mama. Not if your mama know he's looking for. You got your mama sitting out there willy-nilly, butt naked on her porch, not knowing that this crazy person is looking for her to hurt you. Because you didn't go, mama, watch out. This is who he is. This is what he said. You didn't tell your homeboy, that's your friend, that's your ride or die. You ain't tell nobody because you want to do it yourself. You thinking that's me, I'm going to be self-sufficient. You ain't been self-sufficient up to this point. You've been self-sufficiently taking them ass whoopings, but you ain't been self-sufficient enough to get rid of it. Tell somebody, please, babies, if y'all don't take anything else from this, please, if somebody is abusing you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, please let somebody who loves you know. Yep.
You read what Violet said on the screen. On the screen.
Yeah, male nurses over medicating young women. Girl next to me. Oh, that's crazy. Yes, priest. They think they can change them. Let me tell you something. If somebody is telling you that they can't live without you, please, please hear the next line that they didn't say. And I won't let you live without me. If this person gets mad because you go to the bathroom that's in your house, if this person gets mad because your phone rings, if this person doesn't want you to talk to your mama, if this person doesn't want you to talk to your friends, if this person doesn't want you to go to work, if this person is mad because somebody at work talked to you, tell somebody. Suffering in silence is still suffering. The people who love you and will be there for you, and they can help you. But you think you're saving them. You're not. You're hoping beyond hope that one day when he says, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again, that he means he'll never do it again. But if he wasn't going to do it again, baby, they wouldn't have did it in the first place. We are not protecting sometimes ourselves. If you are in an abusive relationship, tell somebody. You are not protecting your family by not telling them. I don't care if your mom and daddy didn't like him. I don't care if none of your friends didn't like her. I don't care if they were right about everything they said about this person. Take that L so that you can live to find somebody they're wrong about. Don't let what they're right about get you killed. And understand this, that is the only end to this scenario. That's the only end. Don't let Maury and them fool you. Them 2 or 3 dumbass dudes they bring on the show that's talking about that I'm the king and she got to bow down. Don't let that fool you. That's not how abusive relationships end. Abusive relationships end when there's no longer anyone to abuse. I watched the show last night that I had to watch a couple times because it didn't make me sad. It pissed me off. Black lady in a relationship with this guy. She's got 3 kids, 2 boys and a little girl. He's abusive. She tells no one. But she got her kids who ain't his around this dude that's putting his hands on her. Okay. She finally gets up the courage. Now, her friend said, I saw what was going on, but I didn't say nothing. That pissed me off too. I saw the abuse because I know it, because it's happened to me. But I didn't say nothing, hoping one day she would come to me. If you see your face on your friend's face, go ask your friend what the hell is wrong with her and tell her why you asking. I know what's wrong with you. What we gonna do to get you out of this situation? That is protecting. But I digress. She finally gets up the courage to leave him. And on that night, he decides he gonna kill everybody. Now understand, he don't kill himself. This is not a murder-suicide situation. He was gonna kill her and her kids because she had the audacity, because she had the balls to decide she didn't want to be abused in front of her kids anymore. So he first stabbed one of her sons in the stomach. And the two boys, some kind of way, talked him out of killing them. But that did not stop him from duct taping her 5 or 6-year-old daughter, killing her in front of her daughter, and then proceeding to stab and drown her baby. It didn't stop it. And he didn't kill himself, he just left. Tell somebody, because the only way an abuser stops is when they have nothing else to abuse. It's not because all of a sudden they've seen the light. It's not because all of a sudden they've changed their ways. It's not because all of a sudden they realize how much they love you. The abuse stops because there's nobody left to abuse, and they move on to the next person. Tell somebody.
You read the it's on the panel.
I can read better right here.
Okay.
Yeah, he gotta wait for a while. Yep.
No, underneath where our video is.
Oh, okay. A man was coming to visit his 1-year-old daughter in the hospital. He always there, but not the mom. Come to find out, he was oh. Now, I don't know. They didn't say anything about sexual abuse as far as it's concerned with this particular situation. There is that. That rolls around to my stop having these strange ass men around your kids. That's your responsibility. Stop having a 1-year-old or an infant and got a new boyfriend that is not related to any child in your house. Stop doing that. You can date all you want to, but stop leaving your kids in the care of somebody who's not related to them, because this stuff happens even when they're related. Stop. Oh, you know, it's real hard. Stop. Charles is what it is.
Let's ask Charles.
Ask Charles what?
Yes, you're the man. Hey,
Come on, you need a chair somewhere.
go on over there. All right.
Ask any questions.
Stupid.
The question was earlier.
Mm-hmm. What's up,
Here's
bombs?
earlier.
Squad of bombs.
He's
What's up, squad of bombs?
So, Asia had asked, when does a woman take responsibility if she's assaulted? I said, a woman is not responsible for somebody else does. It is not her job to police a man. She should be able to wear what she wants,
Mm-hmm.
and
you got down on the
not be scared. So here's my question. And then these people's like, well, if she's flaunting and she doing stuff on you and she take it too far, then she asking for the man to take it too far. But there you go. So at what point, if a woman is rubbing on you and rubbing up against you and doing stuff in a sexual manner, and you told her no, do you then decide to, well, since she's throwing it at me, I'm gonna catch it? Or do you just be like, bitch, I told you, get up off of me?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell her to get up off me. Because my thing is that you might be giving me the wrong idea unless you actually because people flirt and tease all the time. But if you go in for it, you're like, nah. So unless you're not going in full bore, I'm gonna tell you off me. Because if something get out of hand, then they gonna look at you like I do that. But I'm like, well, what about all the stuff that happened for me, for her to put me in this situation where she's like, by her actions, I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I want you to do this. But a lot of people tease. So unless you like, yeah, we good to go, then no, I'll tell you back up.
So
I'll tell you the first time.
So, but
Then,
if she is being sexually flirtatious or whatever, and y'all are doing the hunchy hunch thing, when she says no, what you do then?
what you mean by the hunchy thing? Like,
No, I don't want to go any further than where we are now. When she says no, stop, no. What you do then?
I stop.
That's all.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. Like if she says something, then I'm like, all right, well at this point, don't do nothing else. Don't do nothing else. If you gonna get me to a point where you want me to make a move or make an action, and then you tell me no, that means you can stop doing what you was doing before to put me in that situation.
Okay, so let me ask this then. So my thing is, because from the guy perspective, she continue on and on and on and on. What do you do?
All right, so it depends on where we're at. So I'm just saying the situation. I'm just answering the question as in general.
Right.
So where we at? The house? What are we at?
No. All right, look at me. Y'all at a club, right?
Right.
And you know how you got them some freaks, hoes, whatever you want to call them, want to rub up on you and all this and all that, enticing you and stuff. And then you expecting more if she keep doing that to you, right?
I'm expecting. I mean, she's telling me something, but actually, she's saying she wants something or she's trying to portray something. That's by what she's doing in the club. But if I make an action and you say no, then I'm walking away in the club. I'm deceived now. I still get. I'm just gonna keep walking away.
That's my son.
So what if you was at her house?
My house, I'm going home. I'm going home. Look, it's no point to me if you tell me if I make a move and you tell me no, then I don't feel comfortable enough to stay because I feel like even if we just chilling, you're gonna try to do something else. You already told me no. So my definition, we're not doing nothing.
Thank you.
Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna put me in a situation where you're like, well, I didn't feel comfortable, but you kept pushing up on me. So once you tell me no, it's gonna be too awkward for me. Because you did all that stuff to tell me no, and you think I don't have a problem with sitting down doing nothing. But I already got a feeling that you're gonna keep trying me until you think I'm gonna do something stupid. So I'm like, I'm not comfortable now because it's just it's already been established you've been trying to do something, but you told me no.
Right.
So I'm not gonna waste my time and sit around and put myself in a situation where it's like, oh, well, you were over there and this and this and this happened. Nah. But when she told me no, I'm out.
Thank you.
I'm not going to waste my time and try to do something. At the end of the day, it's no point.
So what I'm trying to say is like,
what's going to push you into being? What's going to push you to cross? Would that push you if she said no? Would you keep going?
No.
That's what I'm saying. When she says no,
right, but that's what I was saying. Some guys
don't know. They don't do that.
They don't do it. Now, be honest, Charles. From a guy perspective, there are guys out there will push up on them anyway. They said no.
Exactly, because they
come back this way.
Oh.
But that's still not the woman's responsibility to police his action.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It's women that don't take no for an answer. It's women that'll keep rubbing on Charles. Even after Charles said, I got a wife. Even after Charles said, no, bitch, move.
Yeah, Charles, I don't got time.
And anything after Charles knows she is now something charged.
I'm going to beat that. Let me stop.
Anything, but see, that's my baby. See, my baby.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not going to waste my time.
You get up everyone.
Anything after no, anything after no is no.
See, and that's why for me, that's why I don't take those actions. Like we hanging out and we get cool, get a little close, little kiss every once in a while, but no. I'm gonna take my time. I want to feel uncomfortable. I want you to feel uncomfortable. So we can go ahead and chill and cool it how we cool it, and you know, until I feel comfortable, like, yeah, you know, it's been enough time, you know, I can see what. But another thing is that I don't like. I'm all about comfort. Like, I want both of us to be comfortable. So if you feel like you're gonna be pushing up on me, I'm gonna tell you like I'm gonna tell you right now. If you don't plan on doing nothing, don't not continue. I'm gonna establish because I don't need nothing going on, no situation happening where it's oh yeah, she kept giving me the signs. No, I'm established. You keep doing this.
We doing something.
So if we're not doing nothing, you ain't gonna shut up.
You there you go. You giving her the option.
You gotta get communication. Look, because nowadays anybody will do anything. They might feel like they okay or whatever. Then turn around and be like, oh no, he insulted me and I felt uncomfortable and I didn't want to do this. No, we gonna establish communication. Communication. You do this, it's going down.
But see that
chill out and we can good going about our night. That's it.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Charles is the example of everything I'm saying. He can be in the situation and nothing's going to push him to be a rapist. No part of that situation, no matter how she hunching, no matter how naked she is, none of that is going to push him to be a rapist. It'll push him to tell her to stop. It'll push him to cuss her out. It might push him to push her, but nothing to push him to be a rapist. There's no situation where you go from a girl hunching on you in the club to you going past her no, like it's all right. And then you're going to tell everybody. And then the killing part is after you've assaulted her and then insulted her because you said she asked for it. Because see, understand this. Once that situation happens, if a woman is dressed what people consider provocatively and she's attacked, the first thing people say is she asked for it. So then after she's physically assaulted by this man, she's going to be mentally and emotionally assaulted by everybody else in the world. That's why women do not report the assaults that happen. There are millions of women that have been raped and sexually assaulted every day and they never report it. There are millions of children that have been touched inappropriately and they don't say anything because nobody will believe them.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't push somebody to do something they ain't gonna do. I don't care how naked. I love Jill Scott. Y'all know that is my baby mama. And y'all know that is the one woman that can knock on the door that might make me answer the door. That might make me look at baby and go, can I go? Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? That's the one that'll make me go, can I go? Can I get dope? Can I get dope? However, if I know that I'm not going to have sex with her or I don't want to have sex with her and she is doing stuff after I said no, I don't give a shit who she is. I'm not going to follow through and then do something after she says no. If we bumping and grinding and all of a sudden she said, no, you know what? I don't really want to do this, or I'm not comfortable, or for whatever reason, you ain't got to give nobody an excuse for why you don't want to have sex with somebody, because sex is a very, very personal thing, and you have to be comfortable to have it. You don't have to give nobody an excuse why you said no. If Jill tell me no mid-stroke, guess what? I stop stroking. Because for whatever reason, she doesn't want me to go any further. For whatever reason, it's no longer going to be pleasurable to her. It's going to be painful. And that ain't me. I will pull up my stuff, wash my hands, and we will watch TV.
What's up, TC?
Eat some chips. And drink.
Yeah.
Put baby in the middle like a sandwich.
Oh.
Hey. There's nothing going to make me go past somebody's no.
Shouldn't.
But in no scenario. But that's what I'm saying, baby. That's the same person who would rape somebody, like the classic with y'all. When people say rape, they see the dude in the ski mask, the scraggly a raggedy mouth drifter just randomly raping people. That's what people think about when they think about a rapist. But that's not what rapists are. Rapists are college boys, college kids. I'm not going to just say boys. Rapists look like college kids. Rapists look like doctors and lawyers.
You just
Rapists
don't
look
know.
like anybody. So when somebody says no, you stop. Yeah, let me tell you something. I have been in just about, well, not every sexual situation, but I've been in a lot of gay and straight. And there's never been a time where I couldn't stop what I was doing. I could be post orgasm. I don't want to do it no more. I could be mid stroke. I'm good. Some off. Nope. You hear a sound, your kids come in the room, the dog looking at you funny, a fart, whatever. I'm not. I can't go no more. I gotta pee. I don't feel like doing it. I'm done. Let's get something to eat. At no point can I stop.
Look at TC.
Like, what?
If you want to come on the panel, TC, you're welcome. Yeah. It just good. I'm listening.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, young men. I'm gonna go to the men now. I was gonna be exclusively with women, but it does happen with men, maybe not on the same scale. And sometimes it's heterosexual, sometimes it's of a homosexual nature. Men, if you are uncomfortable in a situation and you have told somebody no, anything after your no is sexual assault. Anything after that, I don't care what it is. Oh shit! Oh, there's violence going on upstairs. There's doggy violence. Did Jack come back? Jack said, "Wait a minute, she ain't hollering at me. Hold on." Anything after your no, young men or old men, it's sexual assault. If you tell her to stop rubbing on you and she keep going, she's assaulting you. If you tell her to stop touching and putting her body on you after you, and you tell her no and to stop, she's assaulting you. If she's grabbing you, she's assaulting you. If you told her no, if you don't want to have sex or have anything intimate with this person, you told them no. Men, anything after your no, they're assaulting you. Tell somebody. Don't sit up there and just be assaulted. I'm a man, so ain't nobody going. It don't matter. I listen. I didn't want her touching on me. I don't like her like that. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. You don't need a reason to say no. You don't need a reason to say no. Stop putting your hands on folks. Stop touching shit that ain't yours. We're going on an hour 43, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start soliloquying. That's not a word, but y'all know what I mean. We are not protecting our women. When you ask a woman who has been sexually assaulted and raped, why were you there? Why were you wearing that? What did you have on? What did you do to stop him? When you're doing that, you're assaulting her all over again. We're not protecting our women. When a woman comes into the police station or to the courthouse to tell you this man has put his hands on me, you don't have any pictures? Did you go to the doctor? Did you tell anybody? Well, there's nothing I can do just because you said so. He hasn't done anything yet. Come back when he does something. Well, normally when they do something, person can't come back because you can't come back from dead. We're not protecting our women. And I'm not just talking about men not protecting. I'm talking about everybody. When your daughter tells you that your boyfriend or your husband is coming into her room, is coming into the bathroom when she's taking a shower, is opening her door without knocking, not knowing whether she has clothes on, has accidentally gotten into bed with her one night when he was drunk, and you ignore her, you're not, we're not protecting our women and our girls. When a little girl tells you she don't want to go there, I don't want to go over to Uncle house. I don't want to go over to so and so house. I don't like the way he touches me. Can I not go over there? No, that's just how he is. We are not protecting our women. When you make a situation so uncomfortable that they don't feel like they can come talk to you, we're not protecting our women. When you are watching a single person, male or female, getting bought drink after drink after drink after drink by somebody who is not drinking with them, and you watch them half carry that stumbling that person out, we're not protecting our women. When you don't speak up, when you don't let them know that there is somebody looking, we see you. You can't just keep being nasty. We see you. Is that your boyfriend? Is that who you came with? Where are you going with her? We're not protecting our women and men. When you with your homeboy and you hear him say some outlandish shit and you just laugh, you're just as bad as he is. Because if you got a sister, he'll say that shit to her too. If you know your homeboy likes to sleep with girls after they done passed out drunk, he ain't heard nobody she was drunk. Yes, he is. She can't give consent to have sex. You just as bad as he is. Ladies, when you go out with your homegirls and you don't keep an eye on them, because that's why we go out together. I'm sorry. We go out together so we're not in there by ourselves. So we got backup. So we got somebody can see which direction we went in. So we got somebody who will report us missing if we don't come back to the table. If you ain't keeping an eye on your homegirl like she keeping on you, we're not protecting our women. If you don't have to endanger yourself, you don't have to put yourself in harm's way, but you can say, I see you, girl. I hear you. I got you. Let me call 911. I can't handle this by myself. If you can call the police on somebody having a barbecue, if Karens can call the police on somebody having a barbecue, or a little girl selling water when it's hot, or family taking pictures in the park, then we can call the police on somebody who is trying to drag our friend around the back of the building. We can call the police on somebody who won't let us get in our car if we don't give them their phone number. Young man, if you're out with your homeboy and he gets pissed off, sir, don't knock this camera over looking for snacks. Come on. Come on. Okay. Don't think that because you ain't doing it, you ain't doing it. Yes. I'm sorry about that, Miss Tells the Truth. Yep. Yep. I'm doing all those yeps of the Buddha. Hold on. Okay. That's nasty. Got a story I heard a guy was playing with a dick. Oh, that's nasty. Oh, okay. Yes, a lot of females do turn a blind eye. We are not protecting our girls and our women. That's what I'm saying. Hold on, y'all. If you have believed your man over your daughter, we're not protecting our women. If you have made your baby go somewhere she didn't want to go, we're not protecting our women. If you ain't followed this, let me tell you something. Let me tell you some good stuff. I took my roommate. My roommate was going with this guy. They were going to his house, which was fine. They was both wrong. She wasn't passed out drunk. They was both appropriately drunk together. However, he was going to take her and I was going to take the car home and he was going to drop her off in the morning. Fine. That was fine. However, I followed them to his house so I could know where his house was. And I made sure to take note of the tag on his car and what kind of car he had. You know why? Because if I'd have just let her go with him and she came up stinking somewhere later on, what I'm going to say? I'm sorry. What I'm going to tell her mama then? I'm sorry. When y'all together, yeah, but she left with old boy. You ain't calling her? No, I followed her ass to his house. I sat in his house. Trust me, I walked her in the door, made sure she was okay, asked her 14 times. Then I got in the car and I went home and I checked my phone. Sure the hell did. And it's not because it is because at that moment, in these situations, I am my sister's keeper. I will always be my sister's keeper, even if I don't know my sister's name. If you are a stranger, I work at a bar. If you're sitting at my bar and this dude keep buying you drinks and your dumb ass keep drinking, you're getting in a cab by yourself. You're not going with him. Did it? If I see 3 men to 1 woman, you okay, baby? Where your friends at? Oh, they over there. Come on, let's go see them. What 3 dudes gonna do with 1 woman? Which one of them gonna be her date? You have. It's not always look at oh shit. Look at TV trying to be cute. Hey girl, looking good, looking like a snack. I don't give a shit if you look like a 17. Oh, you say TC look like a snack. I ain't snack. Looking like a whole little Debbie pet. Look, a whole box of little Debbie's.
Scooby snack.
Like hey, we can't hear what you said, baby. Turn my
I said a Scooby snack.
I'm telling you what's up. Still can't hear.
Thank you.
How you talking?
Thank you.
Mute me. And see.
You can't hear me?
Oh, hear you now. Gotta mute my mic.
We hear you. So what you got to say about this whole topic, TC?
You know, no one can debate with Miss Lisa, of course. She's 100 and a buck as usual. It's just her conversation and you all's topic is always on point. So it's the conversation, it's the elephant in the room, and people don't want to talk about it. I you just said, Lisa, you said when you see three guys with one female, what's all 3 of them gonna do with 1 female? You know, I don't know why, but for some odd reason, just we don't pay attention. I think some people want to see things happen to people, Lisa. You know what I mean? And I'm being very, I'm now that's another elephant in the room. Maybe there's a pink elephant, there's a purple elephant in the room. And I believe that there's some people that are setting people up on purpose. There are people who are jealous of people. Yeah, I have 2 little cousins who are my hearts. They're my hearts. One is, you know, she's out there, smart, intelligent. I mean, she's a worker, you know what I mean? She's just a little fussy, you know, little fussy. Her sister is not. her sister, smart young lady, to herself, doesn't, she's in those books. That's her. And there were a couple of times when, oh, I want to take my sister out, I want to take her out with me. And at first, my aunt and I, okay, go ahead, but then it was brought to my attention by some folks out in the out in the street, that, she wasn't as cute as her sister. She was jealous of her sister, but she used her sister to get attention and to get the guys.
Mm.
Even if she had to sacrifice her sister.
Sad truth. It is a sad truth. Y'all hear me?
Hold on.
My mic mute. Okay. It's a sad truth. It just is. That, think about it, how people make jokes about when a group of girls go out, it's the pretty girl, it's the fun girl, it's the driver, and it's the girl, and it's the ugly girl. It's the insecure girl.
Mm-hmm.
But she's the real pretty girl.
Mm.
There's always a pretty, an ugly, a mean, a loud, a hoish. But sometimes they the same thing. And you go out with the same people because this is the result you get. They want to talk to her, but she don't talk a lot. But you do.
Right.
So now you can get all that attention. You can get it all. But they don't want it from you.
Mm.
So she's out here uncomfortable, miserable, thrown to the wolves because you can't pull somebody by yourself. Make it make
You got it. Yeah. Right.
It's 2021. I ain't gonna lie. I watched SVU for the first time. I used to watch SVU when it first came on. Being from New York, I was like, boom, boom. You know that noise. Come on. In New York.
Right.
The cases. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I stopped. So I just, for whatever reason, I decided to watch it. And it was about these TikTok influencers who had a TikTok house. And they would invite other smaller influencers, girls, to shoot videos and to join the house.
Join the house.
So they invited the little girl to the house, and she made the videos, did the dances, sang the songs, did the skits, and did the shots in the pool. But she wasn't a drinker. And they were. And their friend saw what they were doing. And when she got so incapacitated she needed to lay down, he was going to take her to his room because he didn't want them to take her.
Mm.
But he got a phone call, a business phone call, and they said, oh, we got her, we'll lay her down. They proceeded to rape the little girl. But nobody's going to believe that because she was out there doing TikTok stuff. And because she was doing TikTok stuff, that invalidated the fact that these two young men took advantage of her while she was drunk and saying no. That's the world we living in, y'all. But y'all know that ain't right because y'all know that's how it goes. This shit ain't new. It's just televised. None of this is new. None of the stuff we talk about is happening because it's the 21st century. It's only happening and we're talking about it on a stage to where more people can hear about it because it's being televised. It's much like racism. Racism is alive and running rampant like it is 1952 in America. But because it is televised, now everybody want to talk about how bad it is. No, this is how bad it's always been. And this is how bad it's always been for women. We are mothers. We are daughters, we're sisters, we are everything, but we are less than. We are entertainment for them. We are supposed to say yes because they have deigned to grace us with their manliness. We're supposed to just smile and say, okay.
Right.
We cannot say, no, I don't want your phone number, because now I'm scared you're going to shoot at me. We don't want to talk to you online because now I'm scared you're going to dox me. We don't want to do any of this because we can't just be us. Jax, why are you in trouble? What are you doing? Oh, nasty. It is a war, and I didn't want to say it because it's not really a war, because it has been going on forever.
Right.
Women raise the kids, but we need a man. Women run the companies, but if we do it under our name, it's not as legitimate. Women write the books, but they have to be Joe instead of Joan. It has been a war. We are not worth as much as they are. We're the weaker sex. What?
Right.
We have
No.
we shoot people out of us.
Mm.
Y'all mess around and get one kidney stone the size of the top of a push pin, and y'all about to
Dying.
die.
Dying.
About to die. We push out whole people, but we the weaker sex.
There we go.
We raise your kids, cook your food, run your house, go to work, but we need you because we the weaker sex. But because we are the weaker sex, it is allowed that women have to take responsibility for what men do. Women are the reason that we're raped because we didn't have the right clothes on. We weren't in the right part of town. We weren't leaving before it got dark. It is our responsibility. We can't go to the club and have a good time because you was at the club. That's what you wanted. We can't sing the nasty songs because that's not what a lady's supposed to do. Why the hell you know what a lady's supposed to do? Ladies fight wars. Ladies run countries. Ladies make the babies. All the stuff that we do, on top of having to deal with what the kids are saying, got to take care of the kids. And we got to make sure his ego's all right. And we got to make sure the family's being run right. And we got to make sure if the dinner is not on the table and the floor is not vacuumed, but we got to make sure these kids over here are doing their homework because he's got to work. But we're the weaker sex. We're not as important. We're not as valuable. We are here for men's entertainment. We can't tell you no. We can't be having a bad day. We can't just not want to talk to your ugly ass.
Oh, okay.
Because if we do, what's wrong with you? You think you're too good? You too cute? Yes, I am. If you don't think I done turned down somebody at the club because I thought I was too cute for them, really?
Go. All right.
If you don't think I ain't laughed at a whole man face because clearly he didn't look in the mirror before he came to talk to me.
Yeah.
What? I know how dirty a club floor is, and I have literally fell out of chair onto the floor laughing at somebody trying to tell me he wanted me to dance with him. Wait a minute, looking like that. No,
Okay.
my roommate in the club. She's sitting this way. Okay. I'm sitting this way. The aisle is this way behind my back. I'm looking at her. She looking at me. So she see the aisle. So she see him when he coming up. But she don't warn me. I still cuss her ass out. About that shit now. She don't warn me. I just see her eyes. go like this. And I'm like,
Mm.
so I turn and I look and I'm greeted. Now, this was the 90s. It was the late 90s, the middle 90s, the middle 90s, 94, 95, right now. It still was not 1972 where he got them Sansa belt pants from.
Okay,
And that polyester fly collar shirt that was all the way over to his shoulder blades. That was open down to his taco meat navel. That had them 3 chains on and was making his neck green with his afro with a hat sitting in the middle of it.
With a hat.
And I'm
With a
already
hat.
drunk.
Right.
And I'm cute. And I got my cute clothes on. Y'all think I didn't laugh in his damn face? I fell out the chair because I was drunk. Let me reiterate. I was drunk. He said something. He said something about, oh, you think you're too cute for me? Yes. Yes, I do. And then I turned around and cussed out because you ain't warned me. You could have warned me. I could have been nicer. But I just went on committed. Since I laughed in his face, I just went on committed to the fuckery. I just committed to it. Because by then, what was the point? I was already laughing.
So
What kind of
TC,
shoes?
so TC,
What
let me
kind of
ask you a
shoes?
question. You in your days, you know, on this earth as a young adult, have you been approached or anything in that type of environment, nature, or something like that happening to you?
Yes. Yeah, you know, yes. So construction sites.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So, you know, here in Philly, I worked in the city, you know, the center city part. So I would park one place and then kind of walk into the city, you know. And I'm a very nice person. I speak to everybody. I always have and always will. Good morning, because it's free 99. When I was younger, that's what my mother always said. You speak to all the adults. And when I didn't want to speak to adults, my mother she popped me. See what I'm saying? So I kind of probably had that traumatic thing going on. So I speak to folks. I walk up, the construction sites going on. So I said, good morning, you know, because you know how brothers are, you know. And I said, you know, good morning, how y'all doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. And then it turns into black and white males. And then it turns into, yo, baby, you know, can I get your number? This. And so now the other side of me comes out. And first of all, you're very disrespectful. All I did was say hello. I can tell that you probably never had anyone say good morning to you. You have issues, okay?
Right.
Number one. Number two, stop trying to get out here and bolster yourself in front of your white male counterparts, and you're making them think that they can talk to me that way also, because you're talking to me that way. So if anything, you should be saying good morning, sister, how you doing, so that they know that they are to approach me in a particular manner, and such and such and thus. Going back to what you and Lisa are talking about on your panel. I said, and number 4, I don't mess with y'all like that anyway. I said, you understand? I don't want you. Okay? You're not my judge. However, I do speak. Right. Because I have sense, I have training and upbringing. Right. So Dad, sis, why you gotta go there? I said, because see, you went there when I said good morning and you wanted to get further into a conversation that really it was very inappropriate. You want to get too familiar too quickly. We don't understand etiquette. We don't understand timing. Folks just want to say what they want to say out their mouth and think it's okay. Cuss and fuss. And hey, baby, yo, give me that. Give me some yum yum. Yo, shorty, yada. I honking the horn. I don't do that. I don't do any of that. I've had friends, they honk the horn. TC, you haven't seen me. You didn't see me. No. And you know better than that. You do that to your folks. Don't you ever do that to me. Right. Okay. I know what a honky is. You understand what I'm saying? And we know the origins and the etymology of a honky. And that was, honk the horn and you just come out and that's it. No, I'm not to your beck and call. And so we have to, and so thank you for that question. We have to think more of ourselves, and we have to teach our young children, our young girls, to think more of themselves. And you know what? Just because a man says, "Oh, you look so, oh, yeah, oh, you so," and I'm like, okay, and tell me, is that your best pickup line, man?
Right.
Like, I mean, is that all you got? I mean, I look so fine. Like, I mean, I heard that in second grade, bro. What you talking about? Like, I mean, seriously. So, yeah, thank you for asking me that question. I appreciate it. Hey, Asia Means.
Yeah, because I be just, like I said, I just be wondering, from other people's perspective on how, when they out and about, how people come up to you certain ways and stuff like that. I've been in this lifestyle for a long time, and I be like, nigga, how you gonna holler at me? I'm looking like you. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because dudes don't think that way.
They think that they can change you back.
Like,
they think that they have the magic stick that they can boobity bibbity bop your ass back into a dress.
But you know what?
Bop.
But you know,
bibbity bobbity boo your ass back into a dress. They don't understand.
But you know what I tell them in
right.
a minute? You gonna bend over?
Oh, because that's where I'm going. Bend over, because I'm coming. I'm coming.
See, I'm not going that route. However, I will let them know.
Take a mute.
If you want to have an attitude, I will let you know that those 3 minutes that you won't give me, I can go get by myself. Or you only got, because I will tell you, baby, you only got one side. My wife has a bag of sides.
All right.
What you gonna do for me? Here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. We're not protecting our women. Even our lesbian women, our dominant women. A man pushing up on somebody that look like my wife, boy, are you gay? Just go get a man. Because my wife will run your ass down through there. Okay. You don't think this is prison song, okay? She will have your ass dropping the soap and talking shit 13 minutes. You'll be in a dress and some flip-flops fucking around over here.
Speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing. It's like we were talking. Charles proved my point. Nobody can make you be what you're not. If you're not a rapist, no woman, no clothes or lack thereof, or no, it's just like you can't make nobody be gay. I don't care how many gay men push up on a man. If she does not want a man, he's not gonna get with you, baby. And you can't make a man be something he's not. It doesn't matter what you got on. It doesn't matter what you don't have on. Once you say no, a man is gonna be like, oh, okay. Anything after no, that's a different place. Hold on, let's see. Hold on.
I want to say that Asia means that is a good pickup line. That's a good one. That's a good.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's a difference between dominant women and my wife that got waves. That's a big difference. It's different. I can be a little dominant. She'll tell me, "You sure? You sure you didn't use no." I just got a smart ass mouth. Don't care what I say. Like I said, I used to think I could fight a man like I was, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, King Kong, Bundy. Hell, I don't know. I used to think I was a lot of wrestlers and kung fu artists back in the day. Like I could talk slick to a man, and one punch to my little light skin ass face wasn't gonna have me looking like I got freckles. So no, I used to talk a lot of shit. There's a dominant woman, and then there's my baby wear boxes. Y'all, what y'all gonna wear the same drawers?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna be fighting over boxes, huh? And white beaters.
What y'all gonna share boxes and white beaters? Y'all gonna go to the pool together and hustle boy tomorrow her white beater? Get out my face. That
I
being
think it's
said,
very
but float
let
your
me just
boat,
say
float
this.
your
I've
boat.
always
You may
oh
like somebody. It's just like there are a lot of women that like effeminate men, and not all effeminate men are gay. Stop thinking that just because a man looks like a woman, he want a man. No, that's just how he came out his mama. That's just what he looked like.
right.
And then, and there are a lot of women who are not gay, but like feminine, soft-looking men.
Right.
There are a lot of
Facts.
there are a lot of straight, for lack of a better term, stud-looking women that like men.
Right.
What you like to do sexually, and who you're attracted to is a personal thing. Do you? However, I'm trying. However, there would never be a time where it is appropriate to do anything after no, but say okay. And that
Right.
goes for anybody, male or female. There would never, if a man tells your ass no, and you keep grabbing on him, and you keep doing stuff to him, and you keep touching him, you are doing to him what you don't want somebody to do to you. You're assaulting that man. And just because he won't put his hands on you, don't mean you ain't wrong. There's
Right.
never, it is never okay after no. When somebody tells you no, stop, stop. Anything after that, your ass should go to jail. You should get your ass whooped at the very least.
Bottom line.
I don't care what a woman has on. Hold on. Yes, Buddha said it. Prince was prettier than most women, even today. But Prince will run your girlfriend down through there like he was in a porno stuff. Play with Prince you want to. Run up on Prince just because he little and he look like he look and think you about to get you a little girl. You wanna. He'll steal your
Oh,
goddamn woman before you turn around. He'll steal your woman and make you feel bad about it. Because you're looking at him going, how pretty he is. Make no mistake. Woo! Hold on. I'm
you
very
know,
dominant man, but
Lisa.
I'm not controlling behind closed doors in the bedroom. I'm dominant. Outside of that, I do what I like. Either I'm cool with it or I'm not. But it's up to you. I have enough problems running my own life. I don't have time to micromanage a partner. There you go.
Ooh, ooh,
If you are,
I love it.
I
I'll be right
like.
back. I gotta
Hold
go
on.
out and come
Hold
back
on.
in for a
Hold on.
sec.
Oh, my bad. I like dominant personality. My wife. Can I be a little wild? Yeah. She has to roll me in a lot. However, it's sort of like what we were talking about submission and being a submissive person. I submit to my wife because she makes me want to, not because I have to. Y'all feel me? When somebody has you feeling safe enough to do that, that's when it happens. We are not protecting our women. Our women are not safe enough to be a woman. We have to be on guard 100% of the time. We can't walk to the parking lot by ourselves. We can't be in the club by ourselves. We can't go to eat by ourselves. We can't walk down the sidewalk by ourselves. We have to watch every person that comes around our kids because that's what we have to do anyway. But I shouldn't have to worry about whether this person that I love. Now, understand, I'm not talking about some stranger. I'm talking about a person I've chosen to love that I love. I don't trust him around my kids. We are not protecting our women. Ladies, it's going on 2.5 hours, y'all. It's almost night. Y'all got me out past my bedtime. Ladies, we got to protect each other. We got to. If you see something, say something. Watch your homegirls back when you're in the club. Call your homegirl, make sure she all right. If she want to go home with some dude, that's cool, but make sure you know where he at and you know where she at. If you're in an abusive relationship, anybody that's in the chat or that sees this video, tell somebody something, babies. Don't sit there and suffer in silence because you think you're helping us, because you think you're protecting us. We got to do this together. Don't let your friends and family wake up to a knock on the door or a phone call saying that you're not here anymore just because you thought you were doing the right thing. You're not. We have to protect each other, ladies. We have to be safe. Gentlemen, if you're with your homeboys, even if that's not what you do, but you still hang out with them, you still go out with them, you just like they are. If you're not stopping them from hurting somebody or taking advantage of somebody, you're just like they are. If you got a mama, a sister, a daughter, or a woman that you love, and you're treating the woman that you're with badly, don't say nothing when it happens to yours. Don't be somebody that you wouldn't want your daughter to date. Hear me. Men and women, mamas and daddies, don't be somebody that you wouldn't want your child to bring home to you.
Right.
Life is hard. I get that. It has changed since I was young. I get that. But some things are universal and forever. We got to protect each other. We got to stop. We got to stop this madness. I got to stop waking up to dead babies. I got to stop waking up to pictures of people with black eyes and broken jaws and broken arms. I got to stop waking up to mug shots. Once in a while, that's cool. Every and all the time, come on now, y'all.
How about this, Lisa, if you don't mind me asking?
That's what this is about. That's what this is about. We're not protecting our women. And it has always been that way, y'all. This is just not a new thing, or the Me Too movement and women and men out of the household and single parents. And that's not a new thing. Women have been used as currency. Women have been used as bribery. Women have been used, reused, and still expected to do her part.
Right.
Forever. We have got to start making a situation to where we are protecting our women, to where we're protecting each other, our men and our women. Thank you.
I have a question
so much,
for you,
Bomb
Lisa.
Squad, for hanging out with me. This just hit me wrong. I'm tired of the mug shots. I'm tired of the death notifications. I'm tired of being sad about somebody I don't know. We got to start protecting each other. We got to start looking out for each other. I have women that I love in my life. I have daughters and nieces that I love. I have sons and nephews that I love. We got to start taking care of each other, y'all. Thank you so much. TC, thank you for coming on.
Thank you. I had a question for you.
Being a part of the panel. Hold on. Let us say something.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. I had a question for you. And this is in reference to some, prevention methods that, I think that some of the sisters need to learn about when they're going out and when they're amongst crowds and in and around certain kinds of company, code switching. And you said something very interesting before. You said that a rapist is not one of those that just has that hood on and whatever. A rapist is a lawyer, a doctor, at a major event, and they go in the back rooms and blah blah blah. You know, a rapist looks different ways. And so, of course, we have to protect each other. We have to educate our young women, and let them, you know, and educate them on these things. The one thing that I've often said is that we still have a cadre of women who want to get out there and fight and fuss all the time. And because they want to fight and fuss about everything all the time, it stirs and starts and continues and it continues beefs and unnecessary resentments when you don't let stuff go. And me, myself, I like a lady. Now, listen, you know, like you said, there's a dominant and then there's a feminine lady, you know, but out in public, your ass better be on pizzoint. Okay? I'm not trying to go out. If I want to go out and with the dudes, I go out with the dude. You know what I mean? But when I go with my lady, there's a certain decorum, there's a certain way that she's supposed to look and act. So I find, and I have found that we still have raised a generation, and I'm going to say my generation, a generation of women that may not have had the voice. They may not have had the voice, and then they go out in the street and they act like what we call banshees. We call them banshees. They act out of order. That's really what that is. And they act less than a lady, the lady like. So, and I hear what you're saying earlier, you know, like, you know, what is it? You know, there are many ways that I'm talking about being a lady, being feminine, being a certain, when you go out with your partner, when you go out with your husband, when you go out with, you know, with your husband, your boyfriend, because people are always out here to try you. So you have to know how to handle those situations. You know, a man come up to you, what do? It's like, what? Okay, see, now I don't know who I'm getting ready to beat up first, you or him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, hold up, Miss Lisa, I got something for you. So here's the question.
She said the question.
Okay, you got some explaining to do, Lucy. Okay. So, and then why is it that the feminine ladies, be it lesbian or heterosexual, when you go out with your partners, you know, here comes somebody talking to you, right? And I'm waiting to make sure you handle the handle, like, because I feel like, you know, I'm gonna let you, because I don't want to fly. Okay. You say, I got this, and the person can get a little egregious, you know, because they continue, and you, because listen, all women like attention. Okay, I got it, but disrespect is not tolerated ever. And then when it happens to us, soon as somebody say hello to us.
Yeah.
Just a mere hello. It's World War 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, you asking me why?
Yes, ma'am. I'm asking you.
You better ask her. I'm not jealous. Here's the thing. I like the fact that my wife looks good. I like the fact that she smells good. I like the fact that her waves are on point. I like the fact that when I look at her, I go, ooh, and somebody else go, ooh. Because I don't police my wife. Because my wife is going to shut before, as I just understand I had some self-esteem issues. So, but I've never been a jealous person. I don't give a shit if somebody tell her, hey, I just never have. I think that in a lot of relationships, especially, not trying to be funny, especially with us, especially if you've been with a man before, there's some preconceived notions that you have that because somebody hollers, that somebody speaks to you or acknowledges you, that we're going to revert back to the flirty days. That's not me. If some guy tried, I was a bartender. Some guy tried to holler at me when I got engaged. I just hit him with the pow. And before that, I'm like, I got a girlfriend. It doesn't die. If I'm single, I'm single. When I'm single, hear me. When I'm single, I'm single. I do the hell I want, when I want, who I want, how I want to do it, and can't nobody say nothing. When I'm not single, I am all the way not single. I'm not entertaining anybody. I don't see anybody. If I'm only dating, even if we haven't made it official, and I'm only dating you, I was talking to one girl, and again, you see what I'm working with. Y'all know when sundress season come out, I'm half naked. Y'all know what I'm working with. So I'm with her. So it doesn't dawn on me that other people are looking at me. I used to think I was doing something wrong. Hell, well, look, I thought she was crazy. Because I'd be walking on my phone texting, and next thing I know, I thought it was affectionate. Her throwing her arm across my shoulder, grabbing my hand. I thought it was affection till one day we were in the liquor store, and I was on my phone texting my best friend, and I had on this little sundress, just to get it strapped, it was out there, whatever. And 4 dogs walked into the thing together. I didn't see them. Hell, I was texting so good, I almost walked into the pole that they had in the middle of the damn liquor store. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, her ass come throwing her arm around my shoulder. And I ain't seen that. I didn't see the forward stutter until I was getting ready to walk out the door. She was draped across my shoulder so hard you would have thought she was a fur coat. I was like, what the hell? I thought she was saving me from the pole. I didn't know.
Okay.
I thought she was saving me from the pole because when I'm with you, nobody else matters. That's me. I don't like it. Even though I dress the way to dress, I dress that way for me. Not because I want you to look at me. I could be in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt if you won't look at me.
Okay, there it is.
So I dress the way I dress for me. I know that no amount of clothes are gonna cover up these 42 G's and this, I don't know how many inches, right? So I don't know what that is. But I know no amount of clothes gonna cover that up. So I have come to terms with my body. So that's why I don't pay any attention. But I know I can't hide it. So I don't think like that. I will tell you one, a lot of the younger crowd are raised by parents. So their mothers
Right.
and their grandmothers were babies. You got 36-year-old grandma who spent the time they should have been learning how to be a woman and learning things. Because you got to learn how to be a woman. You got to learn your way in this world. It don't just because you're born with a coochie don't mean you come out acting a certain way. You learn that way. You grow that way as you grow up. But the more experience you have, the better off you are. We have generations that have parents that are 12 years old. So they have no experience to impart on them. So that's why we have a generation of people not knowing that when you single, be single. But when you're not single and you committed to somebody, you need to be all the way committed or be single. They don't know that. That's where it comes into that's where it comes into that. And that also comes into that jealousy aspect that you're talking about, how they kiki when somebody says something hey to them, but they want to turn into a Tasmanian devil when somebody say hey to you.
Oh.
Stop them Nobody is talking about that. If you cute, your girl cute. If you kiki because he said you cute, she should kiki because she said she cute. Nobody's talking that. Nobody's talking that jealousy serves no purpose. You being mad because somebody think your girlfriend cute is stupid. I would rather you think my wife is fine as hell than for you to be looking at me trying to figure out why I'm with that booger belt.
Okay, got it.
All right,
That's me. Like I said, we're from a different time, baby. And I'm even from a little different time than you are. And that's why we need the village.
I'm 51, Lisa. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And you know why? You date somebody young, ain't you?
No.
It took you a minute. I feel like that was kind of a lie. I felt like
I'm not gonna. I know speaker English.
Okay.
Wow.
I know speaker English.
Put out the bell. Close it up, babe.
Anyway, thank you. That was it. Thank you. Bye, Asia. I appreciate Asia and her pickup line. That's what I'm talking about, sis.
Did I do something to somebody?
I don't know, but you need to push.
Oh, you gotta go back. You gotta go way back into time.
Take your mute
So
off.
you missed it. You was up there being Socrates, and so you forget you didn't see the stuff. I'm saying it's all
I'll
good.
go back and see it. You know I will. But y'all stupid. Made me throw me off. What the hell I'm about to say? Okay,
All
I'm about to
right,
take it
y'all.
back.
Thank you so much.
We got to
having
get
me.
back to the village, babies. We got to get back to the village. That's all I'm saying. In a village,
I agree.
everybody looks out for everybody else. You can't pull nobody behind the building because there's somebody behind the building waiting for that ass. In a village, we work together. And that's how we'll get this stuff together. I'm not talking about a little village. Well, that might not be bad as long as they got cable and electricity.
And air
I'm talking
conditioning.
about watching out for each other. It doesn't take anything away from you to say, hey, I see you, either in a bad or good way.
Right.
If you're just seeing this video and you ain't already hit the like button, what you waiting on?
Let me go hit the like button. I'll talk to you. I'm gonna go
if
down
you come
in the
across
chat.
this video on what is it for you or you scroll? I don't know what it's called. But if you come across this video, you hit the video and you like it, how about you subscribe? You guys share this video out, let other people see it, because maybe somebody needs something to push them along. Comment down below whatever you want to comment. Whether you agree or disagree, you got some suggestions, just comment anything. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video, we'll go live. You guys can join us. I want to thank TC, my HBCU queen. You know how we do. I want to thank my handsome co-host, my husband with the most. I want to thank all the moderators who take care of my live, my chat. Thank you so much. I love you guys. This is Real Talk, y'all. This your girl, Lisa. And I'm out. Peace.
I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skipped past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip I toss that I heard is big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby who wanna win. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. Bitch, I'm active. If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napping. Jackson's Off the rapping, keep it on my body, bitch. I'm broke if you ask it. Don't gotta sell a Mosialis roll is broken wrist as long as it is foreign. Heard you want it cause the game's enormous. What's an ass? She isn't gorgeous. Live my life last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest. Do not know when knocking on the door. This came in, I came in, I came in. Did it like the Porsche coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby who run away. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3. I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who run away, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3. I'm on 10, 10, 10, yeah.